Hello everyone, we're going to do an update on the plants that are growing here. There are lots growing, so we'll save the specifics and break it down in a different video. For instance, we'll talk about the different tomatoes that we have and the different peppers that we have, but for today we'll just keep it kind of general. If you're curious about these raised planters, these are made by an Australian company called Birdie's Garden Products, and the name of the planter is Original 6-in-1 Raised Bed or something in that order. In the first bed, you'll notice that there are a lot of plants in it, and I think this is probably maximizing the full efficiency of the growing space. With our California climate, we have enough warmth that we can really pack things in, and in between the two rows of Roma tomatoes, we have fast-growing greens in them like bok choy. So the idea is, with this space available now, we can grow the bok choy, and when the bok choy is ready to be harvested, the tomatoes would have gotten bigger and needed the space of the bok choy. So that's what we have, and there's more space there. So that's a row of Chinese kale or gailan. In this middle row is a row of sunflower, and between the sunflower are zinnias. And then in the front row here are some French bush beans. These are Nickel Haricot. They're really tasty, really sweet. Our sun comes in this way, so what we want to do is we want to plant the short plants in front so that they don't block the sun out from the plants in the back. So it's kind of like class picture day where you have all the short kids in front. Yeah, the second bed is not fully utilized, but we still have a lot of things planted in it. These are purple pak choi, and this year we're kind of going back a little bit to more of the hybrids. And this is got a really nice iridescent sheen that the camera's not picking up. And then this one over here, just noticed it, has a variegated leaf. It's got a green streak on it. And then this row here are peppers. So we have some different varieties of peppers. And then a watermelon. The idea is that you'll grow over and grow onto the lawn. And I don't know if I mentioned these are gailan, so there's another row of gailan. In this raised planter, we have San Marzano tomatoes, and in between the San Marzano are some spinach, and then we have some pepper plants over there. These were set out pretty early, so I hope they're not stunted from the cold. I guess we'll find out. Over here we have some Seneca red stalker corn, and these are not sweet. They're really pretty. We're growing them for the husk and the corn kernels and the ornamental part of it. And down here is a Lakota squash. Hopefully we'll finally get some Lakota squash. Last year just kind of planted them whenever and didn't get anything. I was asked to make a kale video, and I started to plant some kale but never got around to making a kale video. So one of these days I ended up planting them down in front of the avocado. So we have some different varieties of kale, and then that's our reed avocado right there. And our Satsuma mandarin orange is putting out blossoms, and then it's also putting up new leaves. Last year when we got this tree, it came with one mandarin orange, so hopefully we'll have more oranges this next January to taste. Over there on that raised bed, we have two varieties of cucumber. Let's see if we can get in there. This is the National Pickling cucumber, and then over there are the Telegraph Improved cucumbers, and then these are Kentucky Wonder beans. So they're gonna grow, both the cucumbers and the beans will grow on this trellis. And if you remember from previous years, we had those trellises grow in front to shade our avocado tree, and after a couple of years, they're starting to break down. So they're gonna be up there for another growing season. At the end of the growing season, we're gonna take them down and finish working on removing this creeping fig that's back there off the retaining wall. And that's something I've been back and forth between, whether to take the creeping fig off the wall or not. I think the final deciding thing was that the creeping fig competes with our plants and takes our soil nutrients away. So it's pretty thick. It's been growing here for many years, and we get some wood out of it to use in the garden. But yeah, in front, again, once we have all that stuff out, it'll look a little bit nicer. But in front, where between the cucumbers, there are some more French haricot vert beans sowed there. And here we have some popcorn. These are supposed to be strawberry popcorn, but we'll find out if they are actually strawberry popcorn. These romas are a lot bigger than the romas in the raised planter. That's because they were sowed earlier, so they're coming along. And here are some of our blueberries. They're starting to get some color on them, but what I want to show you is our Pakistani mulberry. It's starting to ripen. So our little tree here has been put in the ground so that it can be more happy and give us more fruit. So here's a lot of mulberry that's coming in. And then yeah, let's go and check out what's in the greenhouse. There's some stuff in there, and we'll take a quick look and sign off. So we have more Asian greens. These are for the succession planting, so once the other ones are ready, we can plant these in. And then over there are our various tomatoes. Down here are some Asian wing beans. They're very interesting. These are watermelon here. This is our watermelon that you may have seen from previous updates. And then this one is a giant pumpkin. This is the Big Mac's pumpkin. It's pretty cool. It's kind of uncanny how big it is. Klondike striped blue ribbon, more of those are coming in. And over there is our cherry tomato. This is a hybrid cherry tomato, and it's starting to make some flowers. So we have one plant growing in here and one plant growing elsewhere. Those are some loofah gourd over there, and that is a succulent. That's a Buddha belly. It's jatropha. Hollyhock. We have some more tomatoes here, and let me show you another Buddha belly. This is a different type. This is a succulent for those that are interested in succulents. So in the wintertime, the leaves and stems fall off and you're not sure if it's dead or not, but it's starting to show some signs of life. If you look carefully, there's that green growing out. But more interesting, look at this red secretion that's coming out of this one. Very interesting. We got some wax melon, and let's see here. This loofah is being grown in a larger container, so stay tuned to see what happens to this guy. We have some purple sweet potatoes from the market that are grown from slips, and growing sweet potato from slips is something that I'm doing for the first time. It's very, very fun. Eggplants, peppers, more peppers, or citrus trees that are in the process of, or we're waiting to see if the grafting work is successful or not. So we're waiting to see if the leaves shoot out of over there, and then over here as well. We did a T-bud graft, so waiting to see if it's successful on this citrus, and then as well as on this citrus. So looks like it may be trying to shoot out some new leaves. So hopefully we have some success to report. And that's gonna be our wrap today. I wanted to make this video a little bit shorter, but I guess there was a lot to show. I hope you come back and we'll talk about tomatoes and peppers and watermelons specifically. So I guess until then, I hope you have a really nice day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to my brother's new place. We just got done moving his food forest from his old place to his new place. We started this last month. Some trees were dug out of the ground, others were in pots all this time, like this Logan. So over here we have the tropicals. This is one of the cherimoya fruits. This reed avocado is in recovery mode. It was dug out and put in this pot. Same with that guava over there. The lamb haas, it's been in a pot all this time, and it's gonna grow back its leaves. It missed a watering or two. This is what is this? This is one of the oranges. This is a cara. This was dug out of the ground, and it's doing well. It's got the leaning of Pisa, Tower of Pisa look right now. We just put it in, but we'll be planting this down shortly. This is a lemon. I think this is the Meyer lemon. This was dug out of the ground as well. This is one of the blood oranges. I think it's the Morel. It's dug out of the ground and put in a pot. Over there are the berries and raspberries. Some ornamental plants over here, including forsythia. And then over there are the freestone fruits. That's a 3-in-1 cherry. Back there's a burgundy, I think plum. Yes. It's a Honeycrisp apple. This one was dug up, as well as the 3-in-1 cherry. So it's in its dormancy, so we can do that. These are various mulberries. They're still in dormancy. And rosemary, apricot, fig. As you guys may remember from previous tours of my brother's food forest, he really likes figs and mulberries. So there are various types of figs. I can't name them right now. This is a recent purchase that he got. This is semi-dwarf Italian prune. And more figs this way. This is an apricot. This is a blackberry, I believe. A rose, and here's a fig up here. Oh, bad lighting. So he'll be busy getting this California clay, or as we know this right now, just dirt. There's no life here. This is bare bones, and he will be working on bringing this food forest to life here, 10 miles east of his previous location here in the Inland Empire. And I hope to be able to come back and provide updates for you guys. This is a pretty interesting project, and there's part of the rest of the backyard.